In this case, the Sioux Falls Argus-Leader, a newspaper, asked the Secretary of State for a list of individuals who were granted pardons directly by Governor Janklow. The governor granted the pardons in accordance with his executive authority under Article 4 of the South Dakota Constitution. The convicted felons granted the pardons brought a writ of prohibition against the Secretary of State, attempting to prohibit him from unsealing the pardons and allowing public inspection of the records relating to those pardons. The lower court upheld the writ of prohibition and granted those pardoned their request that the pardons should remain sealed. The Secretary of State and the Board of Pardons and Paroles appealed the decision of the lower court to the Supreme Court of South Dakota, claiming that the pardons should not be sealed on the basis that Article 4 of the South Dakota Constitution did not grant the governor the right to seal the pardons. How would you decide this case? Should the pardons granted directly by Governor Janklow remain sealed? We'll be back in a moment with the answer to that question. Should the pardons granted directly by Governor Janklow remain sealed? No, said the South Dakota Supreme Court in this recent case. The court held that there is no constitutional right of the governor to seal pardons granted directly by him. Any pardon not recommended by the Board of Pardons and Paroles in accordance with Chapter 24:14 of the South Dakota Code is not required to remain sealed. This case involves a legal basis for granting of pardons in South Dakota. The court held there is a two-pronged pardon system. A pardon granted by the governor recommended by the Board of Pardons and Paroles may be sealed in accordance with SDCL Section 24:14-11. A pardon granted solely by the governor without the involvement or recommendation of the Board of Pardons and Paroles is legal, but is done solely within the mandates of the South Dakota Constitution, which does not provide for the sealing of such pardons. There is no statutory or constitutional right of the governor to seal pardons granted directly by him in the absence of involvement or recommendation by the Board of Pardons and Paroles. Remember, it's a matter of law.